This is a room that's in a tier 3 facility in Mass. There are 8 of these rooms in the facility. So just there's $1 million of product in here when it's coming on harvest. So because the product's worth a lot, and 150 pounds comes out of this room, it grows several different varieties of cannabis in the same room at the same time. To achieve that, they have different lighting and fertigation needs. So we kind of layer different dimming zones on top of different fertigation zones, so that we can give a few tables a specific plant recipe of light level and fertigation level. And this is all, this particular facility has a centralized Argus system, so we can program and recall the recipes for individual plants sort of on demand at the beginning of each cycle.
So Mike, just to end this example, I just wanted to ask, so I see $1 million in product in a room. And so if we were thinking about a utility PA wanting to engage with this grower, and there was a comment in the chat that I want to acknowledge that, sometimes savings won't materialize at all from controls projects. And so how might someone engage with this grower to do perhaps a pilot project to experiment with some of this controls that they already have to influence yield, but also maybe get energy savings? Yeah,
so how I use this room, and how I just use it, and is that, let's say I have this room at full power is 1000 ppfd. It's lit by overhead high bay LED fixtures, 99 of them, I believe, in this room. So if they were HPS lights, they would just always be on at the same level, and I would adjust my fertigation, my feed of the plants to compensate for that. And that may or may not be the best thing for the plants. It often is not. So what I'll do is bring in dimming zone 1, I have a cultivar that really, it doesn't need 1000 ppfd. It gets its full potential under 700. So I'll dim zone number 1 down while having 2, 3, and 4 still at 1000, and I'll still get the same basic yield out of zone 1 when using 30% less energy. And that's how I would start to approach this. And I'm happy to talk with anyone about this afterward about how you could structure this. But it's a big deal, and it saves a lot of money. Again, Massachusetts cultivators aren't focused on these types of strategies right now, but they are everywhere else and in ComAg, and it's just a matter of time until the price compression happens. But when I explain this, when I work with people now in Mass, they're very receptive to the savings, and they see how it will make them more competitive as price compression happens in the next couple of years. But often the way we're increasing efficiency through controls is generally just not throwing light away. Is the biggest single thing.